So yeah, we're gonna have this interesting matchup here. I believe it's very close in PR between these two players. Legion versus Client, Rosatz versus Godwin. Tommy, so you said you're rooting for your boy Rosatz, right? Right?
Yeah, because he's in WSC, gotta represent.
Fair enough.
I mean, Spirit Realm, definitely top clan up there. If I didn't join WSC, Spirit Realm was definitely up there for me. But, I will say, WC, decent clan.
Yeah, you know, I gotta kind of root for Godwin here, to be honest. I gotta be a little bit opposite from you because, you know, I know Godwin for a little bit. I know he used to have, he used to play as Zuri. He has a very deep pool of legends here, but, you know, he's been making this thing work, and, you know, we just saw him recently. Rosatz, you know, we saw him at the start of the stream. But getting back to the action here, Rosatz already able to take the first stock out over on the Queen Eye with those signatures, and, you know, that's kind of just how Queen Eye works. Those signatures are strong, they're powerful, and, man, when they hit like a truck.
And I mean, when you're able to get that little damage too with her guitars and stuff, I mean, her damage alone, just it deals so much. You do not want to get caught in a long string by her.
Yeah.
And just having that damage racked up on top of those things that you have to worry about, and she's hard to kill too. The only downside to her is that she's really slow. You really gotta make her work.
Yeah, and some people can, you know, work around that speed and you know, make it work. Kind of like we're seeing Rosatz here, you know, use this Queen Eye, and it's working pretty much well for him. But even stocks right now here, Timey, and just a slight damage coming in Rosatz's favor. Honestly, the way that we saw Godwin play it against Shima, I definitely think that Godwin can bring this one back around, but it's gonna be hard to fight this Queen Eye from Rosatz as Rosatz hits a fat juicy end sig, able to get the stock out of there, and now goes back on the guitars. And man, I mean, Simon, do you believe that Godwin can bring this one back?
Honestly, you know what? We tried to say that Godwin couldn't beat Shima, but we all saw what happened there, and you know what? I feel like Godwin has a pretty decent chance, but I'm so rooting for Rosatz still.
Yeah, and just kind of reflecting on that match, that was a huge upset from Godwin's end. I mean, PR 100 and something, taking out PR 33 in a 3-0 fashion as well too. That's just a statement, to be honest, to be made. So Godwin here looking to make another statement at Rosatz's expense here, but Rosatz is not going to give him an easy time. Godwin has to fish for this one here. Rosatz has the lead, almost a full stock up. Honestly, Rosatz can just kind of lay back and, you know, just rack up damage. But he hits a fat down singer that leads to the KO, and that's going to be game one, going towards Rosatz's favor.
Alright, Rosatz, he's got this. I mean, I have a ton of faith. I mean, still, Godwin getting that massive upset earlier, I can't get over that.
Yeah, that was
I was expecting maybe a game 5 situation or something, not a straight up 3-0.
Yeah, this tournament has been kind of wild. It's been 3-0 after 3-0 after 3-0. Like, it's been just insane, right? And, I mean, Rosatz already has a point up on the board. I'm not sure if we're going to be expecting another 3-0 from this set here. That would be kind of crazy, but, I mean, time will tell. I think this match, though, could definitely go at least a game 4, possibly even a game 5, but I mean, we'll see. We're going to be going to Moise Isley here, which recently, I believe, they had some changes that were made to this map. I believe, you know, the kill boxes were also a little bit to kind of match somewhat close to Demon Island. I still think it's a little bit bigger. So I know a lot of their players were like, when they saw the changes, were like, oh, you know, Moise Isley actually could be a usable map. That's crazy. But yeah, we're going to be definitely seeing some more Moise Isley maps in our tournament streams, I think, coming forward, because I think it's a pretty solid
I
map.
think so too.
But yeah,
I mean, if they fix the ceilings on it, then it should be fine now.
Yeah, but Tommy, we gotta get back to this game here, because right now, what I'm looking at is I'm seeing Godwin here is cooking up in his game number 2 with a big, nice end save, able to lead KO, taking out the first stock, and look at the health that Godwin's at right now.
I mean, Godwin, I mean, you know what? With the upset he created earlier, I feel like this is just in his blood. He's just that guy.
Godwin is definitely the type of guy to go ahead and slay gods for real, because, man, I mean, look at the damage that he's racking up right now. All this is just extra credit. Rosatz needs to, I mean, he has to lace up his boots or something and try to bring this game back in under his control. If he wants to continue, you know, this tournament, he needs to beat Godwin. But a nice D-Sig into the weapon throw leads to the KO, and Godwin, it seems like, I mean, well, he's going down to the second stock here, but Rosatz shuffling out that spare and sticking on the guitars. It seems like Rosatz is favoring the guitars a little bit more than the spear here, Timey.
I mean, honestly, if you want to get more damage out a lot faster, Katars is usually the way to go, especially on Queen 9 too.
Yeah.
And I mean, inner stakes on Katars are even just that good too. As you see, I mean, we tried to go for a cheeky little insig there, but you gotta be a little more careful with that sig.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be careful with, you know, when you're using these sigs in general, because, you know, Godwin can definitely space it wrong and punish it. There you go, you see, he went for that GCD light to punish that insig there, but he just didn't get the kind of spacing right. But the damage is even up, so Rosatz has kind of brought this one back into his favor a little bit here, but he has to try to see if he can take out this stock here and try to see if he can send Godwin down to his last stock. But it's anybody's game here, Tiny.
You know what? The Queen 9 things, oh, they're so much fun to use.
Yeah. And Rosatz now taking control back of this game. Godwin, he started off with the lead, but now Rosatz is the one now that's gonna try to, he took back the lead, but now he's gonna try to push his lead even more. And you can see just the huge damage buildup he's able to get by using those signatures. And wait, does he turn it around? Okay, he doesn't turn it around. Godwin is able to make this one back. But Godwin needs to take out this second stock here immediately. Rosatz has done
that
too much.
I'm surprised I was able to kill off the... What?
Yeah, that was kind of like the backside of the down stick it connected. You know, it definitely hit at a weird angle, but, you know, it definitely led to the KO. The weapon throw, though, and that's it. That is it. That's all it takes. Rosatz is going to be taking that game, and that was a very interesting game time. I can't lie. And now Rosatz
I mean, Rosatz is... I mean, that's what WC is like. That's the power of it.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, Godwin started off with the lead. I mean, you guys are seeing from the replays right now where he had a brief lead for the moment being, but Rosatz was able to lock in. You could see in the graph as well too, nearly 120 seconds over on his second stock. I mean, that's just crazy work.
And I mean, honestly, I'm also loving the Queen 9 pick too. I can't lie. That also might be another reason why I'm being a little biased here.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, you know, he's dropping the Orion for the Queen 9, which is a very, you know, interesting choice. Because, I mean, I know Rosatz is an older player, so you're going to have that axe in the land. So I'm surprised that we're not seeing him on the Orion or the Bryn. But, I mean, the Queen 9 has been working out like we see in this set here. So, I mean, if it works, man, if it's not broke, don't fix it, man. That's
exactly.
That's the saying.
And I mean, Nine's a good legend, despite being slow. She's still a good legend. She does really good damage.
Yeah, you know, I'm surprised with, you know, the Queen Eye usage rate in this tournament. I honestly expected a little bit more, like some Wu Shangs, probably some little bit more Wu Shangs. What's another one? Some good Hattoris, actually. I was expecting like some Hattori picks, but you know, we're seeing a lot of like diverse spear legends, stuff like Ada, stuff like Queen Eye. Like these legends are coming up, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting, you know.
And you know what? I'm liking it though, because I mean, Queen Eye, she doesn't get played enough.
What was that? Did I D-line like that? D-line hit at such an awkward angle, I think.
Yeah, that was weird.
I'm not sure if it's with the platform, perhaps. I'm not sure if the platform was in the way, but it definitely hit at a weird angle. Almost looked like I think it dropped, perhaps. But yeah, getting back to the action here, Rosatz once again. I mean, he's starting off with the lead, kind of reminiscent from game number 1 here. But Godwin, I mean, he has to
that was a good stare. He sent him right to the end. Oh, there you go, another dares to close it off. Let's go. I mean, I know Rosatz still has a pretty good chance of winning this, but are we going to see another 3-0?
I mean, Timmy, this seems like today is just like the 3-0 day. It doesn't seem like anybody wants to go to game 4. It doesn't seem like anybody wants a game 5. Everybody just wants to go 3-0 and that's it. But like, I mean, the curse got to end someday, right? Like, one of these sets is going to go to game 4. At least a game 5, perhaps. But,
it's so hard to say.
It's hard to say, but I don't know. I don't know who's it gonna be, but right now it seems like Godwin. I don't think Godwin's gonna be the one to go ahead and break the curse, because right now Rosatz is up huge, the whole entire stock even, and even that Sarah, it didn't KO him fully, but it was just enough to go ahead and make sure that Rosatz doesn't have any more options to make it back to stage, and you know, at least the stocks are tied up. But look at the damage lead that Rosatz has there, Timmy.
Yeah, no, Godwin does not look too healthy right now. One nice thing is enough to close it off and be lights out for the next stock.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, Godwin's still gonna have a pretty tough hill to climb against Queen Eye. I mean, if they take this stock off, then they're still on yellow, and I mean, trying to KO Queen Eye in the first place is just not fun.
Yeah, Rosatz right now, he's kind of struggling to take the second stock off, you know. Godwin's just living a little bit too long. But now Rosatz, he picks up the spear, probably looking for his signature. There we go, the downstay coming out, looking for the Seer. He gets the Seer, lands the Seer, leads to the KO. Now Rosatz once again has the lead. Probably going to be sticking on the Katars, to be honest. Yep, sticking on the Katars. And, yeah, I mean, Godwin, he's over on his last stock. This could be... this could
for a
be his
weapon
tournament
starve,
stock.
actually.
Yeah, Rosatz is looking to build his lead here. Godwin, you know, he was showing some signs of life. He was answering back for the moment being. It's still anybody's game here to win, but, I mean, all eyes are on Godwin at the moment. He needs to try to see if he can take this game, break the 3-0 curse, show that he has some sort of, you know, fighting life in today's tournament. And, I mean, show that, like, you know, he could possibly continue in today's tourney. Because right now, I mean, he's on match point here, Timey, and it's not looking great for him.
Yeah, and just with every hit, he just keeps getting lower and lower. Oh, getting that D-Sig is no fun. Lucky we were on this map, or else that might have killed, honestly.
Damage is even up right now, but if you're Godwin in this situation, my god, Rosatz is trolling. What the heck? What was that?
Go for the double D-Light, that's crazy. It got the 2 stock and it's a 3-0 again.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Timey, but this is legit the tournament for 3-0s. And I mean, what a time for our thing to break. But anyways, wow, what an amazing set coming in from Rosatz. And I mean, good performance coming in from Godwin as well, too. But sadly, that's going to be a 3-0 going towards Rosatz's favor.